Yep. What's up with it? It's your boy Denny back with another reading. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Cancer. So, Cancer, what's up with it? Okay, boom. We got devotion. Okay. All right. So, again, somebody's going to be wanting to make a diplomatic approach towards you guys. Somebody was already planned out. I'm going to say they maybe already planned out their strategy, how they think it will work between y'all. So, it's somebody who sees this connection between y'all as sacred and also feels that maybe it's somebody who's like fertile or extremely like cautious, like extremely careful with the way that they approach you. All right. Maybe the way they present themselves too. There's usually somebody who's like maybe stays up on their hygiene. Like if this is a man, this may be a man who like gets their nails done or I'm just giving you an example. They don't have to quite be like that, but they may be a man that gets their nails done and puts the floss on their nails or some shit like that. What's the floss? I mean, puts the gloss on their nails and shit like that. Or like they do stuff that traditionally either men or women don't do. All right. But they're a stickler for like results or they're really a stickler for specifics. This is somebody who's going to be open minded to you. All right. So they feel like y'all connection has more of a spiritual undertone to it, or they feel like the interaction between y'all has more of a spiritual tone to it. This could be somebody who has a large following or a large as part of a large organization or just has a lot of people who depend on them. They may be somebody who's in the field of service and they could be in the field of service for lots of people, or they just deal with like I don't know, maybe they just interact with a lot of people at some point, even if they don't do service, they interact with a lot of people at some point. Could be a spokesperson because we do got the Knight of Swords here, so they could be somebody who communicates, speaks to a lot of people, or they have a like unique way of talking. You know what I mean? Where maybe it comes off as like fast, like they're gibbering, or like they're talking I don't know, super. It seems like they talk super fast. That's somebody who likes to get to the point. They don't like to like beat around the bush a lot. Like they're highly opinionated. You know what I mean? Maybe this is something that you're taking on. Some of y'all may be realizing this. Like you guys may be saying stuff to people where you have to like watch how you say stuff to people in order to connect with them or in order for them to get on board with whatever it is that you want. So you may be slowing down the way that you talk to people or like cutting out the frill like not how sometimes I notice this with cancers, but this don't always be the case for every cancer. But I've noticed that when they tell stories, cancers are very detailed with stories. They tell a whole lot. They tell everything. They tell what the mailman was doing, what the dog was doing while they were talking to Susie Joe. Like, what the hell? What does it matter what the dog was doing? Like, just get to the point. So you guys may be learning how to get straight to the point. All right. Because this could be intimidating to people. Like you guys may be having a new way of interacting with people where like maybe you guys were used to show up as more consistent. Maybe you guys used to show up as like motivated for others, putting their calls ahead of yours. You guys could be slowing that down. You know what I mean? Now starting to like only do things that like help you or that are beneficial or useful to you. So this because now sort of like maybe you guys are realizing this about people. Like certain people that come into your life, maybe they come because they're self-motivated. They give because they're expecting something. All right. You could be also like recognizing this about yourself. If you're not necessarily recognizing this about the people that are coming into your life, you could be recognizing this about yourself. But I get like both ways. So there's going to be some type of diplomatic approach that you guys may be having so that you guys can go past a certain point. Nine of Wands is here, which means that either a discussion, a connection in general, or a situation is reaching a tipping point. And with the Ace of Swords, you're going to be coming to a conclusion or coming to some type of enlightenment about what the next steps are. So if you guys were experiencing a blockage in the connection or there was like inconsistency with the relationships that you had around you or with the people that you held with, or like maybe they weren't as devoted, I get you guys finding a unique way to devote yourselves to the same like passion or to the same cause. All right. So this person maybe one comes up with the idea, or you may come up with the idea, but they're coming up with the idea. They may be afraid to bring it to you because they're afraid of maybe losing you. I kind of get that vibe too. So this could be somebody who you guys cut off, especially with the King of Swords in reverse. This could be somebody you guys cut off or kept your distance with. Maybe you guys became a little bit dismissive with them, or this is somebody who was dismissive towards you in the past, maybe towards your feelings. Maybe this is somebody who was dismissive towards, I don't know, what you needed. Because with the Virgo here, I'm getting this to be somebody who's been planning and like detail oriented about or detail like focused on like what they need to do to maybe fix the situation between you or to like get what it is that they came for in the connection, be it man, be it woman, whoever it is. So they come up with some type of brilliant idea and they're about to express it to y'all soon. So you should be getting communication messages, text, calls, something with an innovative way for them to like either help you out or for you to help them out. Again, they may kind of disguise it as like something that you both are passionate on. So this may be what this person is doing. So that Virgo could be, like I said, somebody who's strategic. but also very analytical about what they need to say or what they need to do to be able to get you on board. They want you to do something with them. I don't know what it is exactly, but they want you to do something with them and they want you to be tolerant. So their approach is going to come off as friendly and like not wanting to do too much and not wanting to push you too quickly. Even though the Knight of Swords is somebody who will rush into action. With the Knight of Pentacles, they may make it seem, oh yeah, especially with the King of Swords, they're going to try to make it seem like it's not really no big deal whether you do now or don't later or don't at all. You know what I mean? So this is someone who tries to make it seem like they don't really need for much from you or they're not really wanting much from you, you know what I mean? But they do want something. Now, what do they want here? Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords. They want you to realize something about them. Yeah, we got the Tower here. They want you to realize something about them. So some of y'all just want to have a breakthrough. Like if this is somebody who's afraid, because some of y'all, I'm getting a story of like somebody who's afraid to approach you guys. So they may be a little bit timid, a little nervous. You know what I mean? So like when they start speaking up, when they start speaking up, it may come off, like I said, like spoken very quickly. Because like this is somebody maybe who's afraid of what you'll say, especially with the Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands. They're afraid of what you'll say, or they're afraid of your response or how you'll go about it. So they may come about a little cautious, and maybe they even come up with a plan about like maybe how they can like initiate with you. I think some of y'all are just trying to slow you down, some of you guys down from moving on, or slow some of you guys down from like I don't know becoming too demanding. Like I don't know, they feel like some of y'all may be very demanding, or there's somebody who's very demanding but like with you, they have to kind of like cool their brakes. They can't demand as much from you as they would demand from others, or they don't feel as empowered to do that. So that's why they're coming about it in a more innovative or in a more diplomatic approach. Because it's like, well, I know I can't come at you like in the Knight of Swords where I'm bold and I tell you what I want from you automatically. I got to come at it in like a non what do you call it, a nonchalant way where it doesn't really matter to me. So that way you feel like you need to get on board. All right. So it's almost like a take it or leave it vibe. That's what you may be getting. Take it or leave it. Or you're giving this vibe to people where like you can take it or leave it. You know what I mean? And they're actually wanting to take it. They just kind of play the game at first where it's like, I don't know if I really want that. The fuck if you don't. We shall see. All right. So could be dealing with a Sag, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, Sag, Virgo, Aquarius. Yep. All right. Anyway, Cancer. That was y'all reading. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. I'm gone. Good morning, everybody.